Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and with me is my beautiful wife, Corey Silva.
Thank you so much for that. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty, Silva Lending, and Silva Property Management. We've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super excited to have you all here with us today. Thank you for always showing your support and enjoying the show with us. If you happen to be on our live show, please be sure to leave a comment in the comment sections and we will give you a shout out during the show and engage with us because it's so much more fun when you make comments and that totally makes our show even much more fun. So welcome to the final week of June. Summer is just flying by and the sun is finally out. June gloom ends just as the month is over. Ooh, I am so excited about that. And today, the high is going to be 81. So Chris can rest a little bit easier knowing that there is not triple digits yet. But there is a little heat wave coming this weekend. 94 and 95 degrees for you Friday through Sunday. Is it starting to feel like summer for you?
It has felt like summer already. So I'm confused on like when summer actually started. I thought it was a few weeks ago. I've been seeing like official summer has officially started, but it's sunny till like 8:30.
Right.
8 o'clock, something like that.
I love that.
I love it too. I was out with the kids late playing yesterday because it's summertime, right? Summer's so fun. I mean, there's a lot of things in the summer, like no bedtime.
No bedtime.
Summer.
I think that backfired on you, though. That backfired on you. Chris thought he was trying to be all nice and let the kids stay up super late, but they were super grumpy this morning.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way
Oh,
today.
my goodness. How many of you have kids or even yourself? Like, if you don't get your sleep, you better watch out. You need, like, some extra coffee.
Are we the only parents that, like, extended, like, bedtime? Because hey, the kids don't got school in the morning. Why? Why do they have to go to bed at
I don't know.
8:30, 9 o'clock?
I think some parents stay a little strict, and the reason why is because they know summer is not that long and school's going to start again. So they don't want to like get out of that routine and then have to like bring it all back. Do you know what I mean when school starts?
I think we're going to go back to that too.
One day, and you got to change it up. Well, catching up with the Silvas, Monica is here with us. Hey, Monica. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. She said, I have Zoe that is grumpy if she does not go to bed in time. Laugh out loud.
Monica, I feel you. This is a real thing.
Yes.
And usually our kids go to bed at the same time all the time. But last night I let them stay up to like 10:15.
No, it was 10:30.
10:30. And anyhow, it was chaos this morning.
Nola was so grumpy. Tino was trying to be sweet to her and wake her up, and she usually loves waking up to Santino. And he was like, Nola, time to wake up. She's like, what's today, Tino? He goes, it's Wednesday. And she's like, no, it's Monday. He's like, no, it's Wednesday. They kept going at
So
it.
that's what happened.
He was thinking she was playing with him, but really she was getting really upset. Then she started crying, and she was mad because he kept telling her that.
Yeah, never again. We're going to bed at 8:30
Oh my
tonight.
gosh. I'm like, girl, it's too late for all this. Like, it's not even early anymore. We let you sleep in and you're still grumpy? Yeah.
Right?
Poor Tino. And then when she finally came down, she tried to jack his chair, like where he was going to sit. He already had his water set up.
Yeah, she moved the stuff out. She's like, can't sit here.
She was on one today. Poor Tino started to cry too. I'm like, this is just not going well. Can we get the reset button, start this morning all over again?
It was a very emotional morning today.
Yes. And why do I feel like my coffee did not work today?
I feel the same. I was like, maybe Peruvian coffee, the beans aren't strong enough.
I
for
don't
us.
know. We try to switch up our coffee and it's not helping.
We need to go back to that Colombian coffee.
Yes. Or Pete's. I don't know. We need to do something. Well, Christian is here with us as well. Hey, Christian. Thank you so much for joining us. And Monica said, oh no, poor Tino. Laugh out loud. I know. Poor Tino.
Siblings.
He had to deal with his sister. Well, we have been enjoying our summer. We did like a first official summer getaway, right? We went to Disney for 2 days, and I love Disneyland so much. Chris probably thinks I'm crazy. I am a little crazy. It's okay. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. I guess that pixie dust, it just Makes me feel so magical or something. I don't know. It was so fun. We had the best time. We were able to go to Disneyland. We kind of planned this a few months in advance because Monica's daughter, Valerie, just had her birthday on Monday. So happy belated birthday, Val. And she told us how she was going to be going to Disneyland for 4 days. 4 days in a row. That's magical.
Wow. I wonder if they're still recovering. Are you still recovering from that Disneyland? That's a long time.
That
to go to
is a major Disney hangover.
You know what's funny is that sounds so exciting to you, right? 4 days.
Yes.
For me, I'm like 4 days. Like, it's so funny how like we're polar opposite on the perspective of
Right.
4 days at Disney.
Well, I had 4-day reservations set up to like go, but I only booked 2 nights or 1 night in the hotel because Chris is like, we are not going more than 2 days. Like, I can't handle more than that. And I'm like, yeah, but you could kind of switch it up. Like, go to the pool one day, relax. You don't have to go to the park every single day. Like, some people have other things to do when you go to Disneyland. It's not about rushing around and going on the rides, right? So we were able to go and have a great time. And the kids were super excited when we were there because they got to play with their friends, right? And I don't know about you all who have been to Disneyland, but when you go with other friends and the kids have friends to play with in line, the lines go by so much quicker because they're not asking you like, oh, how much longer? You know, they're playing games, having a great time. And so I loved it.
They're just having a good time. So I think you waited in line. It said like 40 minutes for Go Gadget. Is that what it's called still?
They changed it.
It's like that little roller coaster ride in downtown Disney, and it's
not downtown Disney. It's called Toontown.
Toontown. All right, you're the expert. I'm not the expert here.
It's like gadgets. They change it to gadgets.
But it's
something.
Chippendales. It's Chippendales basically.
Yes.
And it's not like the Chippendales in Vegas. This is like the Disney Chippendales, right?
Oh wow!
So-
Why? Why would you even make that reference?
Anyhow, you went in the line with the kids and with Monica's husband in line, and we just hung out. Me and Monica just hung out. We found a little shady spot. We're just sitting down in the shade in Toontown. And if anybody's been down there, they completely revamped their little play area down there.
They redid all of Toontown because they just put in the new roller coaster. Well, it's not a roller coaster. It's a new ride. It's called Mickey's Runaway Railroad. Try to say that 3 times in a row. So they added that and they revamped the whole Toontown. And like Chris was saying, they put in a whole new play area, which it makes a lot more sense than what they used to have there, right?
Right.
Which is really cool. So the kids can run around. You can kind of chill a little bit. But I think there's a little bit of design flaws there.
There's more than one. So let me just say, if anybody's familiar with that, it's right where Goofy sets up to take pictures all the time, right? And there was like these little things that you sit in. I don't know if they were like, let's say horses, right? And you could go back and forth on them.
They kind of have like a huge spiral type of metal thing on the bottom so you could bounce and go back and forth. Kind of remind me of like an old McDonald's playland.
Right.
Right?
It's almost like a seesaw because you had people on each side, right?
Right.
Well, every time we go there, we're like, somebody's going to get hurt on that thing because it goes really low to the ground, especially if you're a heavier
And
guy
you could
like
fling the other person off
right.
easily.
Because I was on there with Santino and I was like, oh no, somebody's going to get hurt on this. So this time when we went, they removed them.
They've only been there for about a month since they reopened Toontown.
Right.
So, okay, so they're starting to figure out there's some things that they put in there that are design flaw.
That's flaw number one. All right, so then I was sitting with Monica in the shade, right? And we got so much entertainment just sitting there, people watching.
Right.
So first, it started off, they have like these little flowers that spin. So you get really dizzy on them, right? They have them at parks and stuff everywhere, right? So we saw these older ladies sat in them and their kids were spinning them on there. It might have been grandmas, right? Oh, it was so funny. We're dying laughing. And then they wanted to get up and the kids wouldn't let them. They just kept spinning them. I thought for sure
someone's going to fall,
throw up. Something's going to happen, right? So we're dying. We're already laughing. We're in a good mood. And then there's this other part, you know, the whole ground is like, it's like a plastic, like a rubber, right?
Yes. So
And
if the kids fall, they don't get hurt.
They don't get hurt, right? Well, there's like a trip hazard there because I'm not kidding you. I sat with her for maybe, I don't know, we were there for 30 minutes waiting for you guys.
I don't even understand why they have that piece there. It's like the ground is not straight. It's not flat.
Right.
It kind of goes up as a hill on each side, and I think they're trying to make it look like a little wave or something.
They do it aesthetically. It looks cool. But
But
it's
they did not do a test run on that.
we were there 30 minutes. We saw 3 people trip,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
And this one lady tripped so bad, probably a grandma, she almost went into Donald's house. So like she hit her head right on like the window into Donald's house. If you know where if you ever
It's
go to
Donald's
Town,
ship, yeah.
Donald's ship, right? She flew pretty far. That's like, man, she could have got really hurt.
Oh my gosh. Did you laugh? Or did you ask if she's
No,
okay?
we made sure she was okay. She laughed it off because I think she was a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
But no, we asked her if she was okay, and her husband was kind of laughing, smiling. Laughing.
Dang. He was like, that's what you get, lady, bringing me to
That's what
Disneyland
you
with
get for
these
bringing me here.
grandkids.
Right. Yeah, so
Wow. Poor lady. Good thing she was all right. Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't be surprised if they change it up.
Yes, probably change that up. I hope they do. Well, Tanya's here with us. She said, hey guys. Hey, Tanya. And Monica said, yes, she needed sleep because she did have a Disneyland hangover. And she said, thank you again for coming. We all had so much fun, but it was nice to see them entertain themselves in line. Yes. I mean, that's a relief for parents when the kids can just entertain themselves and not keep bugging. Like, we already brought you to this place.
Right.
Have a good time, right? And then Monica agreed. She said, we sat there and laughed at all these ladies tripping, and she felt bad for the lady that hit her head. So she did hit her head.
Yeah, she hit her head.
Oh, she needs to put in a little report or something.
Try to get a free churro or something at Disney.
A free pickle.
They're not trying to give out anything over there.
They're not trying to give out
They're not
nothing.
giving you nothing.
No way.
Let me get a fast pass or something. I hit my head.
They're going to be like, lady, you can't get on a ride if you hit your head. You might have a concussion.
Right.
How about I put you on this Small World over here
Oh,
in the
boy.
AC? Oh, my goodness. Craziness. So we also had the opportunity to meet up with the Hudson family, which we were super excited about. Little Skylar loves dancing and spending time with Nola and Santino. And I think they've been like building up Disney for her because she would call us on FaceTime and be like, Disneyland? Tino? Nola?
So she's not 2. She's going to be 2.
Yes.
So she's coming up on her 2nd birthday. She's adorable.
Uh-huh.
She's so petite. She's like a little Grogu, like a little size of a Grogu.
Yes, Chris came up with their Halloween costume and said she should be a Grogu for Halloween. But we had so much fun with them. And the kids, I feel like they have this sense of like protecting her, right? They're holding her hand, walking through line. They got to go on rides with her, which I felt a little nervous. I'm like, you guys good with like watching out for little Skylar? I don't want her to fall out and then you guys be responsible. But we had such a great time with them.
So they did so well with Skylar. Do you think they need a little sibling?
Oh, here we go. You know, we've already had this conversation. I don't know how many times where I'm on board, you're on board, but those kids are not on board. And then now that we're getting older and you have all these ailments, I don't even know if you would be fit to like hold a newborn. You might fall with this knee, your sciatica, your
I would
back.
be fit to hold a newborn.
You know, I'm just playing.
we got to spread out these kids. Now I know why parents have kids like 5-10 year breaks in between.
Yes, because they have like a built-in babysitter.
Well, on top of that, I need somebody to take care of me when we're all old. We need somebody to bathe us and, you know, change our diaper when we're in our 80s.
Oh, we already got that taken care of. I already told the kids they're going to be in charge of it. They're like, okay, mom, we'll take care of you.
No more siblings. No more little Silva babies.
Oh
If we
my
have one,
goodness.
it'd be some crazy miracle accident baby.
I don't know how that could happen when you're fixed.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It'd be a miracle.
It'd be a miracle.
Oh my goodness. So as grown-ups going to Disneyland with kids for the first time, you forget about how dark and scary some rides are, right? And our friend Jeff, you know, bless his heart, he's just so excited to be there with his little girl. And I think he totally forgot about pirates being scary because everyone kind of remembers that ride because of the song, like
Right.
Yo-Ho, and they start singing it, right? Well, he felt terrible. His poor little baby girl was terrified of that ride. Like her heart was beating. He was telling us, oh, her heart was beating so
And
fast.
that ride's long.
It's like never. That
It's like the
seems
longest ride they have there.
torture. Like as soon as you realize how bad it is for your little one, you're like, why did I do this? Why? And then it's got a drop in there and everything too. Do
Yeah.
people forget about that? I know when we first went, when Tina was little, I forgot about how dark Snow White was. And I'm like, oh, we're never going on this again. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I don't want him to be scared.
That's the thing. You don't remember the rides from when you were a kid. You remember from your oldest memory. And most of the time you were already 10 plus.
I think you just remember your experience of being at Disneyland and having the best time ever. But then as a parent, you're like, oh, whoa, we're not going on that again.
Right.
So poor guy. But she was fine after that. We took her on Pooh Bear.
Yeah, we did Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear is kind of weird too. For sure they were on mushrooms when they did Pooh Bear. Some kind of psychedelics or something.
That honey is not honey that he's eating.
They got the heffalumps and they got all these crazy
flying elephants.
It's strange. It's a strange ride.
Now you know why people be going there on grad night, I've heard, and doing some wild things. Oh
Right.
my goodness. I just want to know though, for those of you who go to Disneyland, Monica agreed with me. She said, yeah, it's not honey. Why do grown men scream when they get wet on water rides? Has anyone noticed that? That is the most hilarious thing ever.
Now, is it a grunt or is it like a high pitch
No,
scream?
like a high-pitched scream. Like, what the heck is happening here? So we went on the Grizzly River Run because the kids love that ride and they love going on the water rides.
And they went with just mama.
With just me because Chris cannot do the Grizzly River Run. He doesn't want to get wet. He's always like, oh, I can't walk around with wet feet. I'll get so mad. Da, 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 da. And then the one time he decides to go on it, he got motion sickness because it spins too much.
That's why I don't go now. Is just the motion sickness. Like,
yes,
you could deal with being wet. Maybe I'll take my shoes off or cover them up or something, right?
Right.
But I can't do the motion sickness. It sits with me for like an hour to 2 hours.
And it's
later.
no bueno if he's not in
It just ruins the
good
day.
mood. So back to these grown men screaming on the ride. So I went on the ride with Santino and Nola 5 times in a row because they wanted to just keep going. So I said, let's go.
You guys are nuts.
And this dude sitting next to me, he was like, ah, ah, like jumping, like getting like up in my space. Like I'm going to protect him from the water. Like, what is happening right now? And his significant other was just watching him with their daughter. Like, why is he doing that? Why is he screaming?
Does she have like a look of disappointment on her face?
She was just looking at him like this, and I'm staring at the lady across from me. And we could not stop laughing. I legit cried on that ride. I was laughing so hard. I had more water on my face from my tears than the water splashing me.
So I just thought the high pitched scream in Home Alone when Kevin puts the spider on what's the guy's name for
Oh,
Robert
Marv? Yeah.
Puts a spider on Marv's face and he has that high pitched scream. Was it like that?
It was almost like that over water. I'm like, are you serious? That's insane. I'm like, he needs to chill. It's just water, dude. But yeah, he didn't do it just once. And even Tino was laughing at him like, what the heck?
Oh boy.
It was so fun. I love that ride. Every time we came off the ride, Chris was filming us and he's like, you guys are going again? No, you're not going again. Really? I'm like, yeah, y'all are crazy.
I thought you guys were joking because I was like, again and again and again. You guys went 5 times in a row.
It was so much fun.
I thought for sure because Santino's cold all the time. His boy's like skin and bones, right? But no, he was ready to go.
They were shivering after the first ride, and then after they ran around and got back in line again, they're like, we're already wet. Who cares? Let's keep going. It's going to be so fun, Mom. And they called it. They're like, how many times can we go? And they just kept asking. I'm like, you know what? Let's do one more time. And then it got up to 5.
There was no line.
No, it was great. It was amazing. There was not a big crowd that day, which was awesome.
We forgot to mention that Thursday and Friday, you guys picked the best time to go because
And we didn't even plan it that way.
there wasn't long lines. The weather was like 81, 82. It was
mean,
beautiful. It was perfect.
It was perfect. Well, Rena is here with us. Hey, Rena. Thanks for joining us. She said, wet feet, wet shoes, and socks is the worst. Yeah.
I have to agree.
Chris agrees completely.
Completely. I hate having wet feet.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we have a little video here that I put together from our 2-day trip to Disney. We had so much fun. I don't
Put a
know.
little
It's
reel
like,
together.
I love it. So when are we going back? That's what I want to know.
You're the one that plans it, girl. I don't know. You just tell me when to be there.
Oh, my goodness. So much fun.
Oh, they love that in the hotel room.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. We didn't get to go in the pool this time, but maybe next time. We were limited on our 2 days. Maybe if we throw in a third one. Oh, look at Chris. Chris and Santino always make the funniest
He always
faces
wants to
on
make
this.
funny faces, so we do it.
On Incredicoaster. They have so much fun. There goes little Skylar.
Look how little she is. She's so cute.
I'm
about to
so
get
proud
down
of
right
myself. I only had one Dole
Look at
Whip
that. She's
the whole
getting
time
it.
I was there.
Getting it.
These ice creams are so delicious. These ice cream
You guys
shakes.
have to have a shake from that place.
So fun. Okay, those are the spinny
Those are the tulips
flowers.
you were talking about. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was so cool. So the band was actually on the carousel, which I've never seen that before. So instead of playing music, they were the live music. Oh, there we go, coming off the water
the
ride.
Little cheers with the churros at the
I
end. How
know.
cute is that?
I love them so much. We had such a good time.
I put on like 3 pounds. At
No, you
Disneyland.
did not.
I sure did.
You
I
weighed yourself before and after.
Yeah, I was down to like 182. Now I'm back up to 185.
What did you eat when you were there?
Churros, Dole Whip, pizza.
You didn't have a Dole Whip.
Some weird burrito that had French fries in it. you just you get by with what you can when you're there.
Oh my goodness. Chris is just trying to survive.
So speaking of that, like this Disneyland hangover is a real thing.
Yes.
So like Monica was saying earlier, she said she still needs some sleep from 4 days. I can imagine 4 days at Disneyland.
I mean, you get a little break in there. You're probably going to go to the pool one of the days. Maybe have a day or you just go shopping, whatever.
See, I mean, look.
Chill. Go to Lego store.
So here's some things with the Disneyland hangover, especially if you've been there 2 days, right? 2 days, I feel like we always do 2 days. So one, you're not drinking as much water. You're just not. Because, you know, you're kind of going from place to place.
I think when we had the strollers, we drank a lot of water. But now, since we have no stroller, it's like, oh, man, I want to carry all these waters.
Well, on top of that, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to just buy water because it's $9.25. I want to get it with my meal that I'm buying.
$9.25 for a bottle of water.
It's insane, right? So just go eat at a restaurant and at least you get free water.
Yes.
So it makes up for the high restaurant prices. But so you're dehydrated. You eat like crap for the 2 days that you're there, right? You've been walking nonstop. My knee's still throbbing from walking.
Oh, so by the way, I checked my watch to see how many miles we walked. And on Friday alone, we walked 9 miles. Or I walked 9 miles.
I probably walked like 5.
You were chilling.
Yeah, I chilled in between some of the rides.
9 miles. Oh, man.
Yeah, so it takes a while to, I mean.
It does.
I got to have the leave ready. Like I got to take some leave the day. At Disneyland, I take a leave just so I can make it through the day.
Yes, you need that. Whatever it takes. So was it hard for you to get up the next morning?
Yes.
And you held open houses on the weekend too. So,
So we got home like at what, like 10 o'clock, 10:30, right? I was up the next morning like at 5:36 setting up open house signs because I like to set them up when it's nice and cool outside.
Right.
And had open houses back to back Saturday, Sunday. We sent out a multiple counter on that today, so we'll talk about that.
We'll get
later.
into that. We'll get into that. But yes, oh my goodness, what a wonderful time. So the countdown is on for Santino's Jiu-Jitsu tournament. We cut our Disney trip a little short so he could train on Saturday morning. So Chris had his open houses. And then I took Santino to jiu-jitsu. And this coming Sunday is his tournament. And we're so appreciative for the support our family and friends are showing and for everyone who's going to be going and cheering him on while he fights. So it's going to be so amazing. I'm really proud of him. Whether he places or just has a good time, either way, he's going to have a great time, right? But we're really excited for him. He's been putting in a lot of hard work to prep for this tournament.
I'm super proud of him to do it. Just think about it. It's going to be at UCLA, right? You step on the mats, there's going to be thousands of people there.
Yes.
I mean, I'd be nervous, right? Like adults would be nervous. I'm sure they are.
Right.
So I'm really excited to support him. I'm also excited. We're gonna go Saturday and Sunday, so we're gonna be able to see Serena compete.
Yes.
And more family members from Checkmat.
Yes.
And then Santino competes on Sunday. So on top of supporting our family there, we're also gonna figure out like how to get to where we need to be, learn the lay of the land, so that way we're prepared on Sunday. We're not all nervous on Sunday. But a big concern of mine throughout this whole process was I wanted to make sure he makes weight.
Right.
Which is like a whole other beast, right? So he had to maintain this weight of between 60 to 69 pounds. And when he signed up for the tournament, he was already 67 pounds.
Right.
So I was a little worried about it.
So Chris is like, oh, you can't have any desserts until your competition's
I did not
over.
say that.
you got to limit what you're eating. I'm like, dude, he's fine.
Okay.
He'll be okay.
It's so funny because this is how you hear it, I guess, as a mom. But none of this is accurate, you guys. Like none of this
He
is
needs
true.
to eat. My baby's gonna starve. Give him his ice cream.
That's what Corey was saying. Like he's gonna starve. What do you want him to starve? I'm like, no. He can have one scoop of ice cream instead of like 2 huge scoops of ice cream. Like because our kids have dessert almost every single day, and as long as they eat their dinner plate, right? The vegetables usually. I mean, that's what we really care about, the protein and the vegetables on the plate. Then they can have a little dessert. But yeah, Corey took it to a whole new level.
Well, because I told him he'll be fine. He's training twice the amount that he's already been training. He'll be fine with his 2 scoops of ice cream. Don't deprive him. He's fine.
You're too much. You're way too much.
You're too much.
Well, so what people don't know is 60 to 69 pounds, if you're at the top of that weight class, that's where you want to be.
Right.
You don't want to be at the bottom of a weight
Chris
class
is
fighting
concerned
kids that are
about
way
him
bigger than
getting
you.
into the higher weight class, and then all of a sudden he's fighting all these bigger kids, which I totally
Or
understand.
being eliminated and not being able to compete after
That's
he's been
right.
training for it for a couple months.
That's right. So we did weigh him on Saturday, and he's fine. He's at 68.1 pounds.
He's right there.
He is fine.
He is right
will be
there.
okay. Evelyn is here with us. Hey, Lulu. Lulu just joined us. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Well, Santino's in his competitive spirit. He's been comparing himself to his dad and trying to compete and figure out how many days he's been training for the year. Because, Chris has this goal to train at least 100 times in the year. And so Santino asked him, like, hey, I think I've trained more times than you have this year.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
Because you post about it all the time, like, oh, I did this, and you're excited. You're like, I've done this many classes. I took 3 classes in a 24-hour
it's
period.
a journal. It's my journal.
I get that. So you talk about it. That's why he was like, hey, have I completed as many classes as you or more? And I think, he's trying to compare himself to daddy.
Well, it starts young where they want to compete with you.
Yes.
Which I love, right? Yesterday we got it in on I taught him Around the World, which is a basketball game, and just making shots around the key, right? And he likes to play horse, and he always wants to win, and he's upset if he doesn't beat me,
Right.
and I don't let him win.
No, you can't.
Every now and then he gets me though,
Yes.
because I don't shoot from the same distance. I make myself shoot farther
Right.
than him, so it's fair. But yeah, he beat me yesterday. He was pretty happy about that.
Oh, I'm sure he was. Nice little boost of confidence. I love that. I love that. Because he knows that he's winning on his own. You're not just giving it to him,
Never. I don't let those kids win at anything.
Heck no. Oh, my goodness.
It's a thing. I don't know if I took it out of Kobe Bryant's book or I just started doing that, but I would read that Kobe Bryant would just destroy his daughters at anything they played.
Right.
Not just basketball, board games, everything.
Yes.
He never let them win, even as like small toddlers.
Yes.
And
I think I remember reading that too.
and so I don't know if that's why or not, but I'm that way too. I'd never let them win.
I mean, you're putting them at a disadvantage if you let them win.
yeah, you can't do that.
Why would you do that?
No.
Because then they're just going to expect to win every single
It's
time.
not the real world.
Nope.
So, Corey, you've also been working really hard at Orange Theory, and you even moved some days around since we were going to Disney on Friday, because you usually work out Mondays and Fridays.
Right.
You had to move it around. So, no excuses, huh?
No excuses. So I moved my Friday workout till Wednesday. And I think in the past I would have been like, oh, I'm going to get my walk on in Disneyland. I'll have plenty of steps. That'll be my workout. But I'm like, nope. I got to get my 2 workouts in the week. And let me tell you, I was a zombie on Wednesday. I felt so tired. I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane.
I don't know if you remember this, but you were so tired that you fell asleep in the car at jiu-jitsu.
That was Monday. That was my
Monday?
other Orange Theory workout.
It was one of the Orange
I've
Theory
been going
workout
hard.
days.
Like, I'm just trying my best when I'm there. I think in the beginning, when I first started to go, I'm like, oh, I don't need to compete with anyone. I'll just do me, But now I'm like, I need to beat me. Like, I need to go all out all the time. There's no excuses. I'm competing against myself. And if I'm going to get my butt up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I better make it worth it. Right. So when I go all out. And yeah, Monday, I fell asleep in the car. That's how tired I was.
You were
I
out.
wasn't driving. We were sitting and waiting in a parking lot, but I fell asleep for a good 20 minutes and I woke up so refreshed.
Yeah, I don't think you knew where you were.
I was like, oh, I can't cook tonight. I'm so tired. But then when I got home, I like went into like overdrive and made dinner. And I'm like, we are not eating out. I did not just work out at 5 a.m. to go eat some pizza. No, it's not going to happen.
So we had pizza last night instead.
Well, I didn't have pizza.
But
You had
with the
pizza.
kids. Yeah.
But yes, I just feel like you can't negotiate your health and taking good care of yourself.
I think
especially when you're on a roll.
I think this is the most committed I've seen you maybe ever the whole time we've been together. And we've been together 26 years with your fitness.
Yeah, I think the only other time that I really was committed was when I had Lynette working out.
Personal trainer.
I mean, that was awesome. And then when I would go to Yoga Works. But this type of workout is different than Yoga Works.
Way different.
Way different.
The reason I think the reason I say I think you're more committed now than ever, Lynette, you were probably maybe in better shape.
Yes.
Right? You were younger too.
Yes.
A lot younger. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. No, a lot younger. But
Babe, it was literally like 6 years
it
ago.
was like 10 years ago. It was before the babies, right?
No, I started working out with her after having Santino.
But but that was easier because she came to the house.
Yes.
Like this, you got to get up at the butt crack of dawn.
Yeah, sometimes she would knock on the door and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I overslept.
And I was like at 6. Now you're getting up and you're at class by 5. I just feel like it's a lot more commitment now that you have to give to go to this class. And you're knocking it out. And you're so cute. You're showing me your splat points. Oh, look, I was in the orange this much minutes and this many minutes. And I think it's cool. I'm glad you found something you really like.
Yes, I love it. It's so nice. And I don't know, I feel better. So I'm going to keep going. Keep going. So speaking of fitness, the mayor of SCV was on the news yesterday talking about the new exercise stairs at Central Park. It looks huge. I don't know if all of you have seen anything online or in the news channels, but it's 172 stairs. There's a $12 million expansion project that is set to be completed later this year and expanding Central Park's southwestern portion of the park by adding 4 full-size multi-purpose fields. Wow, that's huge. With new field lighting, landscaping, irrigation, restrooms, and additional parking. That park is already gigantic, but they're adding to it. And those stairs, oh my goodness. I wonder how they look a lot bigger than the Pico stairs.
I believe so.
Yes.
Just another reason I love Santa Clarita, right? This is well thought out, planned expansion of the park. It's probably the biggest meeting place in all of Santa Clarita besides the mall, but mall's not really a meeting place.
Right.
Like so many people spend their weekends here, for soccer and softball and baseball, right? And all the summer concerts in the park. And there's so many events held there.
Yes.
I'm glad the city's putting money into that park.
Yes, I'm excited to see how it turns out. I will not be caught on the stairs. I have a fear of doing the stairs. I've tried them several times. And I get so dizzy coming down the stairs. It's like I have this fear of heights that I'm going to fall and land on my face. And I don't know. It's crazy. Who else likes those stairs? Because I don't know. They scare me. You used to do those stairs, right?
I did them because you did them. And then I did them for a little bit with one of my buddies who were trying to do the stairs in the morning.
Yes.
But, these old knees.
Oh, yeah. Don't get on the stairs. You might fall down, bust your face open.
I'd like to get back to doing the stairs. And it's so funny because women, you put men to shame on those stairs.
Right.
Like, I'm dying if I do 3 or 5 of them. I see women just lapping me.
Yeah.
Just like going up and down. They probably do like 10, 15 of them, and I'm dying with like 3.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we do have another guest here with us. Can you move your water a little bit? So Beth is here with us. Hey, Beth. She said she can't wait for kids to go back to school and do those stairs after drop off. Pump up that badunk. Yeah, girl, get it.
So speaking
get that badunkadunk.
Speaking of pumping up the badunkadunk, so how's it going with you on your Peloton journey?
Peloton journey?
Yeah, have you been getting back on this Peloton or actually getting on the Peloton?
I did not get on that Peloton. I've been thinking about it.
What is it to think about?
There's this thing. It's called waking up in the morning and not pressing snooze. And for some reason, that snooze button is just like calls my finger, and my finger just goes to the snooze instead of actually getting up and getting on that Peloton.
We talked about this Peloton for like over a year. We methodically game planned to buy this Peloton.
Right.
And part of it was not hanging up laundry, which...
I have not done any of the hanging of laundry on there. That is you.
But it's just taking up space, right?
Okay,
And then-
but you are the culprit of putting laundry on there.
So I made we have a little video that we put together, right? It was a little clip from last week's show, and it was about getting on the Peloton. And somebody made a comment like, "I'll take that Peloton off your hands." And I was like, "Well, you know what? If you take the Peloton, then I got to buy an armoire to hang up to put these clothes away that are hanging
Or
on
you
the
could
Peloton."
just put them in the closet where they belong. That's where you could put them.
Well, it does make a really great hanging. I don't know what you want to call it.
Apparatus. No.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got to put it to use, right? Try to get that money out of that.
No,
Peloton.
that is one of the things I do want to incorporate to my workouts, but give me a break. I just moved my workout around last week. I just got back from a 2 days of Disney. Like, can I marinate for a little bit? Maybe I will get back on that Peloton. If not, you're free to sell it if you want.
Oh, no. You're free to sell it. That's not my job. I'm not moving up and down the stairs. None of that. I already did my work.
Then just shh.
Okay. We'll follow up next week. We'll see how that Peloton journey's going.
Oh my goodness. Well, family dinner this past weekend. I wanted to keep it easy, right? Because we're on that Disney hangover. So Chris picked up some sides from Costco. And why was I still in the kitchen working my tail off preparing this dinner?
All I know is you told me to pick up that macaroni and cheese side. Man, the macaroni and cheese at Costco, the pre-made one, is off the chain. I don't know if this is my first time having it. I'm not a macaroni and cheese guy
I told
anymore.
you it's good.
It was so good. Like, that's a must-have for
If
Thanksgiving.
anybody wants to like fool people, just like get one of those. It tastes homemade. It's so good.
It looks homemade as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best mac and cheese I've had in a long time. It's like the only time you have better mac and cheese, is when we went to Texas and we went to a
an
barbecue
actual barbecue spot.
That mac and cheese was the bomb too, but this is like the second best mac and cheese I've ever had.
Yeah, you know it's good because Santino doesn't like it. He wants that boxed mac and cheese with the powdered cheese.
The Annie's.
The Annie's one. So he got the mac and cheese and then some quinoa salad, which I was like, oh good, we want it fresh and light. But it was my first time making shrimp. And it was bomb. What did you think?
It was really good.
Yes, it was
really
so
good.
delicious. So shout out to Jocelyn. She's my sous chef in the kitchen. She cleaned up the shrimps. I prepared this marinade from scratch. I also did it for some chicken. And then my dad, he's now kind of taken on the role of being like a grill master. He's like my sous chef on the grill.
Right.
And Patrick stepped up and was like, I want to learn how to use this grill. You want me to get it started? So I'm starting to delegate some duties. So I got everyone manning different stations and we could all make it happen.
You kind of have to because it was supposed to be, you didn't want to cook that night.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, let's just get some easy stuff to make, right? And you still cook for like 2 hours. And then the
Because I
cleanup
want
was like an
everything
hour after too.
I want everything to taste good. Like, I don't know. It's all about marinating and prepping and I don't know. The presentation has to look good
You're
too.
amazing.
Because
You're
you
amazing.
eat with
It
your
was
eyes
good.
first, right?
Yes.
Yes. So like if something looks like boo-boo, you don't want to eat it.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, you haven't steered us wrong on a family dinner night at all.
Oh, well, thank you. And of course, my mom is always helping cleaning up in the kitchen. And Christian stepped up and was doing dishes. Shout out, Christian.
I'm not going to lie. I had to went to sleep a little early because
Yes.
Santino was ready for bed. But I thought I was going to wake up to like having to do a bunch of dishes. And I was so pleasantly surprised that all the stuff was done.
I know. It's so nice. I love
So
that.
nice.
I love it when everyone chips in and helps out. So, well, Nola even tried shrimp for the first time this past
That
weekend.
girl is an entrepreneur. Let me just tell you. She will not do it. She's like, will you pay me if I try it?
Yeah, she was like, I'll try if you give me $1.
I was like, all right, girl, I'll give you $1.
Did she ask for more than $1? And I was like, I'll give you $1. I think she negotiated
She
a
asked
fee.
for $5.
She was like, give me $5. I was like, I'll give you $1. All right, sold. I'll try that piece of shrimp.
That girl.
She didn't like it, but at least she tried it. I owe
Yeah.
them some money. Oof.
It's time to pay the piper.
Yes.
You gotta stop by the bank on the way home.
And Christian is here with us. Hey, Christian. He said, my ears were burning. Hi, guys. Oh, yeah, we were just talking about you. Thanks for all your help in the kitchen. And Monica said, I'm waiting on the pineapple rice recipe. Oh, I showed her my pineapple rice from a few weeks ago, and that pineapple rice was off the chain.
We have a fresh pineapple in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
You could just make some more pineapple rice. I'll cut it up when we get home.
Oh my goodness. I'll make you some too, Monica. I'll bring it tomorrow to Jiu-Jitsu and send you the recipe. It's so good. Well, on family dinner, we always like to play games. So, Lulu just asked a question. I'm so sorry, Lulu. She said, did she like it? No, Nola did not like the shrimp.
No.
So she's not going to be having any more shrimp anytime soon.
The next thing they're going to try is Paella Fish Market fish tacos.
Oh, yes. So delicious. So we play games on family dinner night. And
it varies, too, because we were on different games, right?
Yes.
We played, what's the game we used to always like?
Phase 10?
Phase 10.
Yes.
Then we got onto that 21 game. It's like a new game. It's like blackjack kind of mixed with
I forgot
Uno.
the name of it already.
Phase 5, Five Alive.
Five Alive.
Five Alive. And then now we're on this Scrabble kick.
Right.
But
I love playing Scrabble, but I feel kind of bad because Patrick and Tanya don't like to play Scrabble. So maybe we need to get back on the card game so everyone will play.
I think what we need to do is because they always leave first.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need to play like a game that they could get into first.
And then they'll stay longer.
They'll stay longer. And then at the end, we could play like a game late at night. We'll play Scrabble.
Some Scrabble.
After hours.
Well, let's talk about like who was the highest scoring player on Scrabble in just one play.
So...
Go ahead.
Yes. Now, it wasn't the first play? No. So you did this without even having the first. When you get the first, you're the first person, you get double the points.
Right. It wasn't that.
So you got 50 points for getting rid of all 7 of your tiles.
Oh, yes. That was me. Mm-hmm.
And then plus your points, you had 72 points.
72 points in one turn.
For scooting. Was it scooting?
I think it was scooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I scooted right on that player's board.
Scooted
right
all
there.
over that board. Huh?
Oh my goodness. Yes. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to win. And I won that one. That was nice. But everyone started to catch up to me. I was like, what is happening right now? I had vowels for like 4 rounds, all vowels. It was horrible.
It happens. I missed out on playing that night because
Yes.
Santino wanted to go to bed early.
Yes, yes. Well, Tanya said, it's okay. We don't mind watching you guys playing Scrabble. No, we need to have you play cards too. It's so much more fun when everyone plays. But yes. So going back to Scrabble, I just want to know, anyone who plays Scrabble out there, how do you verify if the word is a valid Scrabble word? Or is there a certain website you go to? Because we've had some little conflicts going on, like certain words, like one Scrabble dictionary will show a certain word as valid and another one will not.
Right. So we just go to, it's called the Scrabble dictionary, and it tells you if a word's playable or not.
Mm-hmm.
We've been going to that one. You have to go to the same one. You can't just pick different Scrabble dictionaries.
But like some words that I know is a word, they say it's not a valid Scrabble word. Gosh, I can't think of one right off the top of my head.
Exactly. Not playable.
Jerk. Oh, moving right along. Well, Santino lost another tooth. Woo.
2 teeth in 2 weeks, right?
In 1 week.
In 1 week.
In a week and a half. Yes. So the tooth fairy has been hooking him up. And I just want to know, what does the tooth fairy do in your household? Please drop some information in the comment section because I'm curious on like what is the norm? How is she hooking people up these days? Because I've heard sometimes people have had the tooth fairy go all out.
Leave like $100, right?
$100?
Or a gold chain.
Does that tooth have gold on it?
I don't know. I've heard a lot of crazy things. $100, $50, $20, $10, $5, $1.
$1. Wow.
I mean, I used to get $1 back in the day.
I used to get $1 too. I feel like I'll give the kids $1 if there's like a cavity in the tooth that they lost. Like, oh, tooth fairy didn't want that one, so she left you $1. You better take care of those other teeth.
Right.
Yes. I don't know. We did. Our tooth fairy who came by left him 20.
Yeah, twice. I thought our tooth fairy was gonna like 20 for the first tooth and maybe $5 for the next tooth. Was it what I thought she was gonna do? But no, she left $20 twice. I was like, man, this can get real expensive. This Tooth Fairy must be a billionaire.
She must be. I don't know. So, well, Beth said Kais got $50 for his second because he swallowed his first tooth.
Oh man.
Oh, so the first one he didn't get any money. So I was like playing catch up.
So he got some extra money.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. So he still got money for a non-existent tooth too. Wow, dang.
Zoe's Tooth Fairy left $100.
$100, Zoe.
$50, $100. Man, our Tooth Fairy broke.
Cheap ass Tooth Fairy. Don't let Santino hear about that.
Right? She must have just started her job, this Tooth Fairy.
Man, she must be on probation or something. Jeez.
It's hard times right now.
I know, man. Well, I know minimum wage is going up soon, so she should be all right. Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for sharing your information about the Tooth Fairy in your house. We want to talk a little bit about adopting a dog. So, Grandma has been on this quest to find a new fur friend. And it's so funny to me because my parents have been saying, we're never getting another dog. We're not going to get another dog.
So many times they've said this.
Yes. They are like at this point now where they're like, we're not going to adopt any dogs. We're fine. Like it's nice for us to just be able to get up and leave and not have to find a place to put our dog. But of course, our nieces, they want a dog. And my brother and sister-in-law are like, no way, we're not getting a dog in our house. So they've been in Grandma's ear. And Grandma's like, well, let's go look at the shelter. And first she was like, I'm just going to take them there so they stop asking. I'm like,
come on.
That's going to put fuel in the flame, Mom. Come on, you're going to get a dog. So then she got...
Wait. Let's peel back that onion. Does that make any sense? I am not going to get a dog, but just so these kids stop bugging me, I'm going to take them to the animal shelter.
No, it's going to make them want it more. Like, oh, look at this poor doggy. Let's take it home. So I don't know about all of y'all, but if you've been in the situation where you want to adopt a dog, it is not easy to adopt a dog.
It's definitely not easy to adopt a dog if you're looking for a specific breed. Right. That's what makes it difficult because we fell into the wanting to adopt a dog during the lockdown, the COVID lockdown. And I remember, I don't know what it's like right now, but it's like pit bulls are number one on the list of what they have right at the shelter. Then it's like Chihuahuas, Huskies.
There's so many Huskies there.
So many Huskies, right? But they're high energy dogs. You have to do the research on the type of dog you're getting.
Don't buy it because of the way it looks.
No.
Know its temperament. Know what goes into taking care of that dog before you get a dog.
See if it fits your family dynamic.
Yes. So, well, Grandma got dead set on this cute little Pomeranian that was there, and they were waiting for the owner to come for it, but owner never showed up.
I've never heard of a Pomeranian at a
and it was a purebred. So I'm like, Mom, that dog
happens.
is going to be gone. You need to make sure you're the first one there. Well, they do appointment system now. So it's first come, first serve, but you better have that appointment for the very first one when you get there. And so she kind of got her heart set on this dog, and I met her there yesterday at 10:45 in the morning. They open at 10, and the lady right in front of her got the dog.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom was really upset, and I thought she was going to throw down with that lady in the parking lot.
It's my dog, punk.
She was like, that's the lady over there. I'm like, oh, okay. It's okay, Mom. I'm like, let's just go see what else is in there. It's not meant to be. Maybe there's a better dog. She wasn't trying to hear that. So we just saw some of the other dogs, but there were some cute little puppy labs there.
I'm happy she didn't get a Pomeranian.
I know.
Those dogs are just
Little
yappers.
yapper. I know.
I don't want to hear that yapping every time I stop by her house.
No, biting your ankles and
Yeah, no,
stuff.
thank you.
There was a Pomeranian that lived next door to us before. That Pomeranian ran and jumped into our friend's car one day. Tried to bite her.
That thing would yap. Anytime it was outside, it was yapping. You knew it was outside.
It was.
Too bad it wasn't there. Our little owl friends weren't there earlier.
Dang.
Back when that Pomeranian
Don't be
was
so
next door.
vicious. That's not okay.
It's just part of it's a circle of life.
Stop. So hopefully Grandma will find another dog. I texted her pet finder because Beth suggested, why don't you go on Pet Finder because they have adoptable dogs there.
They have apps for everything, right?
I know. And Beth is so funny. She's all trying to find my mom a dog now. She's like texting me different dogs. I'm like, girl, it's fine.
Play a matchmaker. This one's cute.
This is a cute dog. I'm like, I'll pass it along. But I shared it with my mom, and she's decided she's going to wait until after vacation. She said,
Smart.
I told the kids once we get back from Hawaii, then I'll reconsider it. But taking kids to the shelter is not good. Santino fell in love with this little dog, and it got adopted, and he was just like looking at it like, bye, Dexter.
It's like taking kids to the ice cream shop, like, right?
And you don't
you're
get
like,
none.
You don't get any ice cream, kids, but you could look.
You could smell it.
You could look at all the flavors, but we're not taking any ice cream today. No ice cream today. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't work out.
Oh my goodness, it really doesn't. Oh my gosh. So hopefully she'll find a dog. If anybody has any dogs that they are, looking to rehome, let my mama know.
Rehome.
Mm-hmm.
Any future unhoused dogs that they want to rehome.
Yeah.
Look at these words that you got to pick nowadays. It's so funny.
Yeah, no, rehome. Like, I'm not going to pay you for the dog. Like, just give us the dog.
I remember we had friends one time that they were like sick of their dog.
Oh my gosh.
We're not going to name no names, but they were sick of their dog. And they were like, do you know anybody that wants this dog? And I was like, maybe we'll take the dog.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, we only want like $100. I was like, what?
Wait, what? You're trying to get rid of that. I'm trying to help you out.
Right. You want me to pay you to get rid of your problem? How does that make any sense? Thank goodness we didn't take that dog.
Oh my goodness. Pay for that dog. We didn't take it. So Beth said less teeth, more money. I think she's talking about the tooth fairy. And then she asked Hawaii. And I think she's referring to the vacation for grandma's vacation. She said yes. Monica said, I want to rehome Duke, but Zoe won't let me. Oh, why are you trying to get rid of little Dookie?
Little Dookie Duke.
Oh, Duke is so cute. Don't rehome him.
So what kind of breed is Duke?
He's a little terrier. My mom actually might like Dookie.
I love terriers.
Except for she wants a girl dog, so it wouldn't work out.
My favorite dog of all time is our first dog, Spanky. He was a Jack Russell Terrier. One day I want another Jack Russell Terrier.
Yes.
We'll see.
They're so cute.
Probably when I'm old and grumpy.
But they're
so he can be
neurotic.
just like me.
They're neurotic.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be really good around the kids.
No, they wouldn't. That's why we don't have one. Spanky wasn't good around the kids.
No, he was crazy.
He
I
was
love that dog, though. He was so sweet. Well, Chris got the opportunity. Oh, Monica said he barks so much. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks. Sorry, Dookie.
Yeah, nothing a shot collar won't fix, Monica.
Dang,
Just
stop.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Little zap.
Oh, no. That's horrible. That's awful. Well, Chris had the opportunity to go golfing with Rob yesterday. How was that? You had perfect weather.
Oh, it was so nice. So we played 18 holes at 2 o'clock. We started at 2, which I was a little worried because 2 o'clock is like the hottest point of the day, right?
Right.
And so nice. It was like I think everybody else was worried about the heat because I felt like we had the whole course to ourselves.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so 18 holes went by pretty quick. I think I was home by like 5:30-ish, 5-ish. Perfect day to go play golf. Love it. And when you play with cool people, it's good too. He was teaching me how to work on the driver because I'm not the best on the driver. Immediately worked. Like I immediately started hitting the ball better.
Nice. Well, I wouldn't know anything about what you just said because I still am waiting on that invite to go golfing with you, and maybe you can provide me with some information on what all that means.
Maybe
So
I will.
I'm just in here waiting.
Now,
I see some wrinkles forming, but that's okay. One
now,
day.
I have invited you.
Someday. Oh, someday. Are you going to take me or what?
I have invited you and you're like, oh, I'm busy right now. I
Yeah,
can't
you
go right
asked me
now."
when I have like all kinds of work to do. The one day. Like, let me plan for this so I could make sure my schedule,
Okay,
is taken care
we'll
of.
put it in the calendar after
Put it
the
in
show.
the calendar, please.
It's the only way it's gonna happen.
I already have my golf shoes. I got a little golf outfit. I'm ready to go.
Okay, it's going in the calendar right after the show.
All right, cool.
The goal will be to go before the next show.
Okay.
I'll take some video of you swinging the club.
Yeah, I'll be embarrassing myself. This will be my first time on the golf
It
course.
won't be embarrassing. Most people play that way.
Oh, okay.
Most people never get
I'll
better.
fit in then.
You'll fit right in.
Perfect.
Fit right in. There's like the serious golfers. Like I don't want to play golf with those guys. They're gonna get mad that you're slowing them down. Like I like to go to have a good time. It's an escape for a little while, right? You get some fresh air. have somebody cool to talk to. Right?
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Awesome. Well, I
So-
can't wait. It'll be fun.
We'll go.
Yes. So I'm curious for everyone out there who's listening, and your children, or even your big adult baby husbands who play video games, or wives,
Baby husbands.
or baby wives. How much time is too much time on Minecraft and video games? I'm just curious because Santino reached his goal. He read his book, and he earned his Minecraft game, and he's been wanting to play it all the time.
That's all he thinks about.
And if he's not playing Minecraft, then he is wanting to watch YouTube videos on how to find secrets so he can get better at Minecraft.
Right.
So, I
He's
mean,
just trying to work on his craft.
I think he's just trying to craft his craft, right? Which is cool. He's even teaching his sister how to play, which is awesome when they're playing together because he's like, oh, this is how you do this is how you do that. But like, how much time is too much time?
That's
or
a tough
just
one.
enough time?
I know there's a lot of parents now that, you limit screen time,
Mm-hmm.
right? You limit video games, TV, all that stuff, right?
Right.
It's so difficult to put an exact time on it,
Mm-hmm.
right? One, is your kid missing out? Because what's the future? Like, what's their future look like? With all this technology now, maybe they're going to be gamers. You could make a living now playing video games.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to be a gamer. Maybe they're going to make video games. They're going to engineer video games.
Right.
You don't know. But I spent my whole summers playing video games.
Yeah, let's be real. When we were little, we played video games all day in the summer.
Well, it was different though too, because parents weren't home. My parents weren't home, right?
Our parents were working. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were by yourself the whole day.
Right.
I mean, with me, I'd play with friends though. We had people. I grew up in an apartment building. We'd be playing video games for like 5, 6, 7 hours straight. We would just stop to eat, use the bathroom, and get right back to it. Mm-hmm. So it's tough to say. I think summertime, as long as they're doing other things, still getting their reading in, cleaning up after themselves, doing all the stuff they need to do, we're kind of lenient with it, I think.
Yeah, just not too much, Well, we do have some comments about how much screen time is too much screen time. And Monica said, my girls don't have Minecraft and only have 1 hour YouTube Kids, but sometimes they do play Mario Kart for hours, but I join them too.
I love Mario Kart.
Me too. It's so much fun.
But I haven't played in I feel like a year. I've been trying to get them to play with me, but they
Maybe
never
we
want
should
to play.
You know what? Don't ask them. Just put it on.
You know
and
what we
they'll
should
play.
do? Me and you should just play, not say a word.
And then they'll come.
And then they'll come in there and they'll want to play with us because we're playing.
Okay, let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
We'll have like a little game night. And then Evelyn said, how did you guys do it with Pokemon? So Pokemon was kind of limited, right? They would only play a little bit.
No, it was not, it was limitless. So we started Pokemon during the lockdown when we thought the world was
yeah.
going to end. So it was like, it got us through the day with the kids to get us out of the house. Remember?
Yeah, we would go drive to Pokestops. I remember people thinking that I was like creeping in their neighborhood and like coming up to my car like, what are you doing here? I'm like, sorry, my son's just trying to get this spinner over here at the park. Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to see if so-and-so was home. I'm like, easy, lady, easy. Please don't hurt me.
It's so weird because you don't look suspicious at all.
At all. I'm like, I have 2 kids in the car in car seats. They're playing Pokemon. Like, chill, lady. So, yeah. But, yeah, so we didn't. Like, they just had fun with it. Beth said they have college majors for gaming now. Crazy. Gotta go. Love ya. Okay, so she's leaving for the day. But yeah, they have majors for that. So, I
There
mean,
you
that's
go.
the future.
There you go.
Thanks for adding that comment. And then Monica said, yes, we also didn't have internet. And if we did, it was AOL. So video games was a must.
I did not have internet
No.
at all through high school, none of that.
Yeah.
If I wanted to write a paper, you'd have to go to the school to write the paper, like to type
Yes.
it up. I didn't have that stuff at home. And the first time I played video games on a computer was at your house.
Oh, yes.
I spent the summer at your house playing Sim City,
I remember that.
which from my understanding is probably similar to like, this Roblox and Minecraft because you would build cities.
Yes.
And I love that game.
But it's like on a whole nother level because they have like zombies, they like
No, this
animals,
is way different now.
all kinds of stuff.
For me, it was you were trying to get the population
successful
up.
city.
Yeah, successful city. So like you had to have so much population to build a school and a
Mm-hmm.
a park, this, that, whatever. So it was a little different, but Yeah.
So you mean to tell me when you were in elementary school, you guys didn't get to have like computer lab and you get to play Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
No, we didn't have a computer lab at my school.
What?
I went to Burbank Elementary in North Hollywood, and it's not Burbank, the city of Burbank. It was Burbank Boulevard.
Uh-huh.
No computer labs at Burbank
We
Elementary.
I went to school in LA Unified as well. I went to Lassen Elementary and we had a computer lab, right? And all of them were like those green screen Apple computers, and there was like one colored computer, and everybody would rush to that when you're waiting in line to get into the computer lab. Like, I got the colored one first. Let's get on the colored computer, and everybody else had like the green screens, but they had Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, no,
That was the first time we played a game. But that was the extent of computers, and that was at LA Unified, surprisingly.
That was in North Hills, right?
North Hills, yeah.
Maybe they circulated all that drug money back to the schools.
What?
There's a lot of drug money in North Hills.
Really?
It's super hood. It's ghetto. No offense to anybody living in North Hills.
Dang.
I lived there for a long time.
Right,
so
right.
That's why I could speak on it. Like, it was probably the most drug-infested neighborhood I ever lived in.
Yeah, you were on the one side of it. I was on the other side.
You're on the good side?
Not really,
I was on
but
the east side.
I don't know. It was like kind of a nice little pocket, but I don't know how it is now. Sheena said, "Hi, guys. My kids are obsessed with Roblox. I try to limit it to 1 hour in the day and 1 hour in the night. I try to make sure they put it down, play outside, read, play with other toys." Yep. Got to just kind of like rotate it so it's not all in one sitting. Because I feel like their moods get affected if they're playing it for too long.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, Tino had a complete meltdown the other night because he couldn't find his house. I can't find my house. He was crying. I said, "Baby, it's okay. It's time to go to sleep, and I will help you find it in the morning." And we made it a life lesson. Like, if you ever get lost and you can't find your home, maybe you just need to take a break,
Right.
get a little nap in, ask for help. Don't be so scared. It's okay. Poor baby.
That might be us one day.
What?
All old and senile, can't find our house.
Don't say that. Don't
It
even
might
put that
happen.
in the universe.
It might
I'm not looking forward to those days. Monica said we played Oregon Trail in elementary. Haha. We did too. You didn't play that? Oregon Trail?
Man, my school was a ripoff. No, I didn't play any of these games.
And I know Monica grew up in the Valley too, LA Unified.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe your class, they were like, sorry, your school, they're like, you guys don't get any of this extra stuff.
So
I remember in our elementary school, we didn't even have air conditioners. We had just one big fan.
you had the big fan.
One big fan.
You had the big fan.
And it was hot
You
in
know
the
what's
Valley.
funny is my memories of classroom time, it's all disciplinary stuff.
Well, maybe you missed out on computer lab because you were getting in trouble too much.
I was always in trouble.
That's why. I bet
was
you everybody
always in
else in that
trouble.
class got to play Oregon Trail and Where in the
I
World
don't
is
think so.
Carmen Sandiego.
So I just had this flashback of this lady, Miss Stewart. She was my 3rd and 4th grade teacher, right? And I had Robert Thompson in that class too. And Miss Stewart had hair kind of like Don King,
Okay.
and that's how I remember her. But I used to get in trouble in her class because I would finish my work so fast that I just want to talk to somebody after. I've always
Right.
been that way. And she would have me stand in front of the class, not in the corner, in front of the class with books, textbooks, and I'd have to hold them out
Wow.
on either side, right? And I'm there, my arms are shaking. People are laughing at me. I didn't mind because they were laughing, so I was cool.
You're like, cool. Look at everyone's engaging with me. They're watching me. This is exactly what I wanted. And I'm working on my arms.
Had little
Arm
guns.
day.
Had little guns in like 3rd grade.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
yeah,
You're bad.
Yeah, I got suspended multiple times in elementary
Yeah, I'm
school.
telling you, they probably just took your computer privilege away.
Maybe that's what it was.
You just didn't know. Well, switching things up to real estate. So there are, always scams going on, but there's this new vacant land property scam happening right now that we've been alerted about. People are just faking like they own land and then selling it. Contacting a realtor like, hey, I want to sell my piece of land out here. And they're able to get away with it. So like this is one of the biggest topics right now that for California Association of Realtors got an email about the other day. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I'm glad you read those things.
You don't read it?
No, I didn't pay attention to it because I've never sold a vacant a piece of land.
We don't really have land listings, but it's
Right.
happening. And it's like, gosh, and people are just so shady.
I've said this so many times. Like all these scammers out there, if they just put that same energy into like an honest profession,
Yes.
honest
How
honest
successful
business,
would they be?
they'd make so much money.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you got to rip people off.
I don't either. I feel bad for the people who are getting taken advantage of because they probably are not even knowing.
Well,
One day,
'cause
like, let me go check on my land, see how it's
they
going.
never owned it.
Oh,
begin with.
no. That got sold 5 years ago.
Oh man.
So if you own any land, be sure you check up on it. Oh my goodness. And I wanted to bring up this other topic too, which we'll get to the rest of the show, but circling back to homeowners insurance. I was talking to a friend yesterday. Her dad lives in Acton. And his insurance company dropped him, so he was able to find another company. They were like, great, we'll insure you. He lives on a big piece of property, but his neighbors are really far from him, and it's considered a high fire hazard area.
Sure.
So they insured him, and after 2 months, they dropped him. So now he's on the California Fair Plan insurance. His insurance went from $2,000 a year to $4,000 a year on the California Fair Plan.
And he's probably lucky that it only went up double.
Really?
Could have went up more.
Crazy.
We're coming across a lot of insurance issues. We were talking about that today.
Yes.
Again, at this meeting that I was at. And I guess what's happening also is some of these townhomes and condos, it's hard to get financing on them because they don't have enough insurance.
Oh.
So there's a big shortage on the insurance.
It's because they have a deficit in their reserves. So then the lender doesn't want to lend if the HOA is underfunded.
Well, not only underfunded, but like I'm saying, underinsured. So they're saying, oh, well, like this community needs it has $75 million of insurance, basically if the whole thing burns to the ground, right?
Right.
But it needs $150 million of insurance.
Oh.
So then people don't want to lend on it.
Yikes.
So we're starting to see that happen now too.
Oh my goodness.
Getting
I feel like
tough.
people can't really get ahead. Like everything keeps going up in price. And Monica said it's 5,000, not 4,000 for that land.
Oh.
Or for the property's insurance, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Crazy. Well, Cottage Circle, Chris held open houses for this past weekend on both Saturday and Sunday. How did that go? I'm curious to know how many people are actually coming through open houses.
Sure. So it was still busy. And this is, we've been on the market for a few weeks now. The reason we have been is because we fell out of escrow.
Right.
Right. It's tough because I know what the property's worth. The sellers know what the property's worth. But, you'll have buyers that are stuck to this one price.
Right.
Redfin went in there and sold a property way below market value for $575. It was a model match. They sold it a few months back. It's nowhere near as nice as our property. There's no upgrades or anything.
Right.
It's all standard, original condition. But still, they let it go for $575. So if you're not from area or you didn't see the house, you're like, well, I have this.
How come this house
How come you
sold
guys are
for
at
this
$625
price?
when this thing's at $575, right?
Right.
So, we got a couple offers above $6, but still, like they keep throwing that comp in our face, right? So that's made it tough. But fast forward to today, we have a couple showings tonight.
Nice.
Plus, we did receive 2 offers, so we have a multiple counter out as well.
That's awesome.
So we'll see. I'm hoping that we'll be in escrow within the next day or two.
Now, circling back to my original question, how many families came in during the open house? Was it really packed?
It wasn't really packed, but it was very steady.
Awesome.
So I'd say over the 2 open houses, probably like 30 people came by, which is really good.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome. And then your Shaw Place listing, that's the one over in Sylmar. That one went back into escrow with a new accepted buyer, but then it fell out because a buyer lost their job. Oh,
So
terrible. But bright side, there's backup offers, right?
we have a backup offer.
And
We're
they're gonna-
cross qualifying them right now.
Nice. So they're getting lucky.
So that might go right back into escrow again for the 3rd time, maybe 3rd time's a charm.
Mm-hmm.
But this is very reminiscent of last year.
Right.
All right. So if anybody has followed the market, last May we had probably the biggest rate hike we've had in 25 years at one time.
Right.
Rates kind of just jumped up like 1% overnight, right? Well, everybody knew it was coming, but it did, and it really affected the market.
Right.
And you were taking offers as a listing agent. We were taking offers that we normally wouldn't take because it was the only offer we had.
Right.
Right. And I feel like the market right now, a lot of the buyers are a little sus, like our kids like to say. Like their offers are a little sus, right? Like
Right.
they're not the best offers. You know, they might be offering the right price, but like everything else just doesn't look good. Like their
Yeah.
credit's not the best, which means their interest rate's going to be high. And then you have to hope, because you don't get to talk to the buyer.
Right.
You have to hope that the lender,
Is conveying what that purchase price
what that
means in
payment's gonna be.
payment.
Yeah.
Yes.
because look, this last one that just fell out on Shaw, they said they had a job loss. I don't think they had a job loss. I think what happened was, in my opinion, was they probably finally got the payment breakdown from their lender, and they had payment shock because both of the borrowers were nurses. Like I don't know too many nurses losing their job right now.
No.
So, but they had every right to cancel. They could have canceled for any reason they wanted.
Right.
I think that the agent might have said that to save face a little bit,
Oh, I see.
like not so he doesn't look like a dummy. I think he's a dummy.
You're like, listen, I could see right through you, buddy. Well, Sutter listing is in escrow, and the buyer was taking their sweet time with getting in their earnest money deposit, but it sounds like that's been taken care of. What's up with that? Is it just like a lack of communication with some agents with their clients? I don't really
It's their
understand.
agent. So, in an escrow, so people understand, when you're the listing agent, that means you're representing the seller.
Mhm.
You're the buyer's agent. You're representing the buyer, right? A listing agent cannot communicate directly with the buyer.
Absolutely.
You have to talk. The agents have to talk to each other.
Mhm.
So you have to hope that that agent's competent and diligent enough to do their job.
Right.
It's almost never the case, but we come across a lot of times that that's not the case,
Right.
right? So yeah, this person was behind on getting their earnest money deposit in.
Which everybody knows it's within the first 3 days.
It's 3 days. So they were behind on it. And I had to tell our people at escrow, hey, can you reach out to the buyer directly? Because they can.
Mhm.
Find out what's going on with that deposit. Do they know like they're out of contract?
Yeah.
Like, because we had to send a notice to perform
Right.
so we could cancel. Anyhow, they got it in. The guy had no idea how the process worked to get his earnest money deposit in.
Are
and
you
wired.
kidding me?
He almost lost the property over that. And that
Because
would have
his
been
agent just doesn't tell them how this process works?
how important it is, like a breakdown. I don't
What
know
in
what,
the
what they're
world?
conveying, but I know she didn't break that down. So it just shows like it's so important on who you decide to work with.
Oh my gosh.
That guy could have lost his house over just not having the right agent.
Oh my goodness. That's insane.
Happens all the time.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. Well, Arminta, the listing over in North Hollywood, that one's getting ready to close soon.
I know, I'm excited for our clients.
I know.
Such a great family.
I know. So that one's going smoothly, and I think it's closing in the next week or so, right?
Within the next few days.
Oh, I love it when we work with agents who actually get the job done.
Very nice.
Yes. So looking ahead to next week, we have a pretty busy week coming up. Chris is going to be meeting with the programs director at Bridge to Home and People Ready. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what that's all about?
So it's a little behind the scenes stuff. So the programs director would be directly helping people that are residents of Bridge to Home, right?
Okay.
That are going through the program, that want to get back on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm new to Bridge to Home, right? I've
Mhm.
only been part of it for a few months. And I'm still trying to get my feet wet and trying to learn the lay of the land and see how can we best contribute,
Right.
right? And and the way I think you could best contribute anywhere is by aligning yourself with the job that you're passionate about doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think it's going to fall on programs. And I asked, simple questions. We had an annual meeting. So walk me through the steps here. What happens with these people that are trying to get back on their feet?
Right.
And do they have jobs? Like, because I'm assuming that maybe somebody lost a job is a big
Right.
reason why
They don't have a place to
you don't
live.
have a place to live, right? And they're like, no, we don't have like a job program. I'm like, what? So like, wait, what? So anyhow, we have a really good friend of ours, right? Joe Mejia, that's been working for People Ready forever,
Yes.
right? For like, I don't know, 15 years or something. He's a big guy over there. And I said, hey, can we make a meeting, set up a meeting where maybe you guys could hire some of these people that need work.
Yes.
So we're having a meeting for that this week.
Awesome.
So we'll see how that goes. And if it goes well, I think I might join that subcommittee for programs because I want to make a difference and help people get back on their feet. I'm not a big fan of like just asking for money. And
Yes.
that's events and stuff like that because it's a necessary thing.
Right.
It's a big budget to run a place like that. So you're gonna need money. You're gonna need donors. It's just not my cup of tea. I just don't like to ask people for money. So, but people that want to make a difference and connect the dots, I love doing that.
Well, you're finding like what you can do to help out, and that's great because you're all about like connecting people, right?
Yes.
So it should be awesome. I'm excited to see where that leads to, and I know Joe always has such a good attitude, and he's very positive. So hopefully, you guys can make a difference there. You also have the real estate roadmap event coming up. I think that's tomorrow.
I'm gonna try to make that event. So the thing is, that event starts at 10 o'clock. It's like 9:30 is the mixer, and then it starts at 10. And then this appointment that I have that we just talked about is at 11.
Oh, so you're gonna be cutting it kind of
It's gonna
close.
be kind of. I think I'm gonna have to miss the roadmap. But then right after that is another event at 2 o'clock that I'm gonna be at, and it's an elite event. So I'll talk more about that next week. But that event's at 2, so I'll probably be
What
making
is
that
the
one.
elite event about?
You know what? I wish I had some more information for you on it. But
It's going to be real estate related.
it's real estate
and about
related,
the market.
and I think it's technology driven.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to be stuff to help our business so we can help our clients better.
Absolutely. Well, I'm super excited because we have Santino's Jiu-Jitsu tournament coming up, and that's going to be on Sunday. And on Saturday, we'll be cheering on Serena and the rest of the competitors from Checkmat. So we're very excited about that. If anyone wants to come join us at UCLA, hit us up. We would love to have you come out there with us. We don't know what time he's fighting yet, but that's going to be lots of fun.
We will know Thursday night.
Yes, we're going to find out on Thursday night. Lulu said that's awesome about the Bridge to Home meeting that you have set up. And Sheena said, my friend just had a baby and her man was fixed. Laugh out loud.
I don't know where that came from.
What?
I think it's because she's been trying to get Zeph fixed. We got these little side things with our friends.
Oh my goodness.
Because we were talking about earlier on the
Because
show.
earlier in the show, she's probably has like a little lag time. She probably started it earlier. That is so funny. Oh my gosh, little miracle baby. Good for
Oh,
them.
boy. Yeah,
What a nice surprise.
it might come. Oh yeah, that's what she's saying.
Yes, yes. So 4th of July is this weekend, this holiday weekend. So who has plans for this upcoming holiday? It seems like everyone in our, not everyone, but some people in our neighborhood already started celebrating for like the last week at 10 p.m. every night.
It's been going nonstop.
It was like fireworks going off every night. What is going on, people?
We've been lucky enough because as long as we've been together, we've had a dog.
Right.
And we've been lucky enough that our dogs have not really been affected by fireworks.
I know. Thank goodness she's not scared. But some of these dogs get terrified and escape their homes. And
Well, our dogs are inside dogs too.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe makes a little difference, I think.
maybe, yeah.
Because they're with us, you know?
Yes, but some of them get really scared and like run into bathrooms and hide in tubs because they're so scared of the sound of fireworks going off. And some of these fireworks are like, they sound like bombs going off.
Right. They're really loud.
Oh my gosh, just chill. Just wait until 4th of July. It's not that serious. Who's really doing
I
that?
wonder if
Like,
it's teenagers or just like some older dudes, some guys are just like, oh, they're so excited
How?
to do it.
I think it's the older dudes making that noise.
Probably. Like I don't know. There's nothing. We did it one year. We bought a bunch of fireworks and we lit them. You know, we did. We lit them, but the whole neighborhood got to see it. We were all safe.
But they weren't like these fireworks that go up in the air and make these
No.
loud noises.
It was just for the kids in the
like
neighborhood to see 'em.
sparklers and like little
Yeah.
twirlers on the ground.
Little small stuff.
Yes, that's crazy. What does everybody else have planned for 4th of July? I'm curious to know. Is anyone going out of town? Do you have big plans?
Barbecues.
Barbecues. Well, Magic Mountain announced that they are putting on fireworks shows July 1st through the 4th each night. So if anyone's interested in doing that, they are definitely doing that out here in Valencia. And the Santa Clarita Valley 4th of July parade will be held in Old Town New Hall on the 4th at 9 a.m. That's big. They've been doing that like every year. We've never gone, but
Because it's always too hot.
I know, but maybe this year we'll actually go.
It might be cooler this year.
That will be nice. I know that our nieces and my brother and his wife go every year. So that should be fun. Just kind of check it out. Or maybe we'll just sleep in.
I don't remember the last time I slept till 9, but I know if we let Nola sleep till 9, she
Oh,
will.
that girl will for sure. And they're also having a firework event at the Oaks here in Valencia and Westridge. And that sounds like it's going to be fun and festive. They're going to have, I think, a fireworks show. Maybe they're just going to be watching the ones across the valley because they have a
Right.
really nice view up there. There's going to be jumpers, barbecue, all kinds of fun stuff, live music.
I think I read a mechanical bull.
A mechanical bull.
think
Oh,
that's what
maybe
I
we
read.
need to go there and spend $70 a person just so I could see you get on that bull.
There you go, girl.
Maybe not.
Give me a cowboy hat too.
Yeehaw. So they are also having a fireworks show at the Westfield at Valencia Town Center this year as well. So we've never gone to one of those shows either.
Yeah, can anybody speak on that? Because I had this grandiose idea, which I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have the same idea, that we can go watch Elemental. There's like a 6:10 p.m. showing. By the time we get out, it's probably going to be 8. The fireworks show's at 9. So we'll already be there. We'll be parked already. We'll just walk out, walk around, watch
Chris
it for 30
lives
minutes.
in a dreamland right now. He has no clue about what goes down on fireworks at the mall. People get there in the morning and like put out their lawn chairs to make sure they have a spot to sit. There's not going to be a way we even find a parking spot at 5:30
Listen,
to see
listen,
a movie. We will
listen.
definitely miss that movie.
Listen, we can go in the morning, drop off the SUV on the top floor, back it up, so that way we can open the back and just sit in the back and watch it. We'll take 2 cars. We're just gonna drop it off there. Have our lawn chairs there in case we want to sit in some lawn chairs. Boom, that's it. Leave it there, and we come watch the show. Now we got 2 cars. We take 2 cars to go home. No big deal.
Sounds a little extra to me.
It's done.
I'm not trying to be around all these people. I just want to sit in my backyard or the front yard and watch some fireworks from there. Like we go to Disneyland and the kids don't even want to watch the fireworks.
True
Why am
story.
I going to go and like put on this whole production for them just to see fireworks that aren't not even Disneyland fireworks?
So Monica must have tried this already because she said there's gonna be no spots.
There will be no spots.
I mean, I like to be home anyway. I'm a
Yeah, like
homebody.
he has this like really big idea. No, I'm not trying to do all that with these kids. Nola said Nola. I always call Lulu Nola.
I
Have you
know.
noticed that?
Yes.
She said that people go all out here for fireworks. The fireworks are everywhere in Texas.
And they're
So
legal.
fireworks are legal in Texas and the shops are all along the road. So, well, yeah, because you probably don't have any fire hazards. You could just let them off whenever you want. Are they already letting the fireworks off now or do they wait till the 4th of July? I'm wondering. So our producer said you could burn your trash in Texas. They don't care about fires.
Huh.
Really? Burn your trash? Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing.
People got to stay warm.
Yeah. She
So-
said, no, well, Lulu says they wait. So
They
I guess-
actually wait. Okay, they're at least a little more respectful with the loud noises at night.
that's good.
So yeah, we'll probably just be chilling at the house. There are a lot of fun things to do though, in case anyone wants to get out there. You know, my whole thing about going to the mall for fireworks is there's a lot of crowds. And one year someone was hit by a car crossing the street trying to get to their
remember
cars.
that.
And it was a little kid, I think, was hit by a car. So that just stays with me. And I'm like, I would just rather be chilling, relaxing, not being stressed out. Because sometimes people just wild out and act stupid.
Yeah. So our producer says used to get Roman candles and shoot them at each other when he was a kid in Texas.
What?
So anybody that's looking, you know, as an incentive of, you know, they're thinking about moving out of California, they want to list their home, give us a call. Maybe think about Texas. You could burn your trash there. Fireworks are legal. And it's not frowned upon to shoot Roman candles at each other.
Oh my gosh. You guys are crazy, acting all wild. Well, everyone, it says Nola. Evelyn says, I haven't seen that. Laugh out loud. She hasn't seen anyone shooting each other with Roman candles, thank goodness, or burning trash. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I'll stay far away from Texas. But Lulu, I am waiting for you to move back. And when you do come visit, we do need to make a trip to Disney because I know she's been, you know,
Jones for Disney.
jonesing for Disney. So, well, thank you everyone so much for joining us here on R&R today. That is going to be our show. We appreciate you hanging out with us on relationships and real estate. Be sure to catch us here weekly on Facebook Live or watch the show on YouTube. And you can also listen anytime you want by downloading full episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. We are your hosts, Chris and Corey Silva, and we'll catch you next week. Goodbye.